Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play DMC Devil May Cry. And, yeah, it's time to re-record because the last mission fucked up on me the last time I tried to record this, which is last week, my time. So what we're going to do is we're going to retry this, and we're going to now continue on to mission number 20, the final mission of the game, called The End. So we are going to, let's just start the mission and let's get on with this. I got an A last time, so I'll be pissed off if I get less than an A this time. So yeah, I've had loads of troubles with this recording. I don't know if it's the game itself or whether it's actually the Xbox One, because I've been recording with my Wii U, my PS4, as well as my PS3, and I've had no issues, so I don't really understand what's going on. But anyway, let's get back to the end of the game, and yeah, we definitely saved the world here. So much death and destruction.
Free from the demons. Path is clear for us to rule. What did you just say?
Whoa. By the way, every single Devil May Cry fan ever saw this coming from a mile off. Vergil going
everything
evil, or Vergil having an ulterior motive to stopping Mundus. In other words, taking over himself.
Mundus will respect our subjects, not enslave them.
Subjects?
He means you. He means humans.
I thought we were fighting for freedom.
It was his freedom we were fighting for, not yours. Don't be so simplistic. Humans are frail. They're like...
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
They need protection.
We're not that frail, fuck you.
From others, from themselves. We, you and I, have saved them. You and I saved them? Who else? A human. Cat was useful, but...
Useful?
Cat saved my life. Cat held out under torture to keep your existence a secret.
Dante hit points. And Vergil's being a bit of a elitist prick here. He's been a bit of a arsehole.
If you don't want the responsibility of protecting them, then stand aside. I'll rule alone. I didn't help you destroy Mundus so that you could take his place. I can't let you do this, Vergil. Can't let you stop me, brother. Stand aside. Don't do this.
He's not happy.
Stay out of this.
Fucking prick. Look at all that blue. So yeah, the final boss, which every single DMC fan saw coming from a mile off. Our final boss fight, the final fight of the game, the final mission of the game, is against Vergil. So let's get our swords ready and kick some ass. I'm ready. But actually, it is quite cool because I kind of make their fighting styles kind of quite distinct, and yet that scream by Vergil I always stupid and lame, but whatever. But hang on, before we start, alright, let's get back into it. Sorry about that. Let's go. Come here, Vergil. Take an axe to the face. Axe to the face, Vergil. Axe to the face. Yeah. Fuck you, Vergil.
Sorry, brother.
I am enjoying using the stinger, actually. I've not used it throughout the whole fight. It's kind of fun to use.
Don't be.
Okay. Come here, Vergil. As I was saying, I think that the boss fight, the fighting styles which they use, both Dante and Vergil, are pretty like different, which is what I kind of like about it. Vergil's a lot more like kind of refined, and whereas Dante's kind of unrefined and sluggish, and not sluggish, but you know, kind of sloppy, which I kind of like.
Yes, it is.
And I also think it's cool that he uses a lot of teleportation stuff, which is what he used a lot in Vergil. That's what I mean. Like, I like the fact that he uses a lot of teleportation techniques, which he used a lot in the so at least they kept that part of his fighting style, which is kind of nice. I like that. Ow! Alright, come here, you bitch. Yeah, so keep hitting the Vergil here. And there we go. The boss fight is actually pretty easy for a farm. But it's pretty fun, so you know, I'll give it its props. It looks pretty good. It's a pretty fun boss fight to go through. Yeah, so now we're gonna kill him. Fuck you, Vergil. Fuck you. Here comes Cat to save the day, apparently. Oh, please. Just end him.
I am begging you. Please stop.
That line. That last line reading the for me is a... It's not awful, I just really don't like it. I ain't gonna kill you. Bye, sword. So yeah, there you go. That's the end of the game here. Pretty much Vergil wants to take over the world, and Dante swears to protect all humans from demons and from would-be...
The world is under my protection now. You've chosen the wrong...
You know, basically he's trying... Yeah, so Dante's sworn to protect the world, protect the humans from the demons, and from its would-be rulers. And Vergil wants to take over. Wants to, you know, still wants to... So, this ain't over. Except it will be, because this game, so there probably won't be a sequel. Ugh. It's a shame, really. I like the setup... This game, and I know they do for characterization and story. The way this game is set up at the end, a sequel would have been really good. I think a story would have been, you know, a sequel would have been good, but yeah, it's not going to happen now. Although, at the moment that Capcom are making Devil May Cry 5, so I'd be excited to see if that's true come E3, but wait and see. Going back to the old continuity, which a lot of fans will be happy. Okay. So that's it, that's the end of DMC Devil May Cry. Fully finished, and the game itself is pretty fun. The way I would put it, basically, with this game is that let's start off with, basically the story. The story, I would say, is pretty... what's the word here? The story itself is pretty poor. I would say that it's not that original. It's also not that interesting. It's pretty much it's a bog standard story of, Dante finding out who he is, and finding out about his brother, and finding all this stuff, and then having to take over, and then having to of stopping Mundus, and then I'm trying to think of the right words. The story is basically that Dante finding out who he is, and then helping his brother to take out the big bad, that being Mundus, and then from then on it's pretty much just straightforward story of defeating Mundus, but then Vergil kind of revealing himself to be a bad guy, which I'll be honest isn't the best story, and it's not a bad story, it's just not anything particularly memorable. In terms of the characterization, which is the main problem, I think that Dante starts off as a horrible... He's pretty much not a good character at the start, and I think as you go through the game, I think he gets better, but I just don't think it's enough throughout the whole course of the game to make it kind of really, really work. The biggest problem it's got is that in characterization, at least with Dante, as far as Dante is concerned, is the fact that his characterization is completely and utterly different from every other game in the series. And I think that's a major issue. I also think that Vergil's characterization is fine. Kat as a new character is just fine as well. I think they do a decent job with her. But Mundus, damn man, he was a really cool villain in the first Devil May Cry.
My name is Dante.
Don't flip me off, you prick. Anyway, why? And it's kind of annoying. Overall, the characters are basically just not lacking any kind of real development that the characters from the original series have, and so I don't think it really works out all that well. So yeah, I mean, in terms of character and story, it's not out and out bad, but it's just not as good as the other games. Now, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong, the other stories in Devil May Cry aren't exactly amazing, but at least the characters are fun and entertaining, and they're fun to they're entertaining and fun to watch. The problem is that the biggest problem is that the characterization is just so bad. I just cannot fucking stand it. Sorry, I just can't stand their gameplay. I just can't stand their characterization, and the story is just not great. In terms of the gameplay, though, I think that you get a good range of weapons. The guns that you get in the game are all useful, or at least relatively useful, for at least a few missions. I think that there's a good amount of replay value going through to previous areas where you couldn't get certain items and to have a look around the map, the areas, to see what items you can get. I think all that's pretty. The level design is pretty good. I also think that artistically, the style of the game looks nice. I don't think it's completely and utterly vile. It seems to look pretty good. The platforming sections are actually really fun to go through and actually offer a good bit of challenge as well. They change. There are some times where they change up the gameplay styles and have a little bit of puzzle solving, that kind of thing. Just overall, the missions themselves are all pretty entertaining to go through, and they're all pretty short. Like the longest one's probably 20-25 minutes, which is pretty. And I don't really have a problem with that. 20-minute missions. It breaks up it keeps the pace up pretty nicely. So yeah, I think overall, gameplay is really, really good. I also think that the Angel Pull and the Angel Lift and the Demon Pull, are both a good addition, and they both they're both really good. If there's anything that I hope they take from DMC into Devil May Cry 5, if that actually becomes a thing, it would be the platforming, and it would be the Demon Pull and the Demon Lift and the Angel Pull. No, sorry, the Angel Lift and the Demon Pull. What am I talking about? I hope that they would bring those into the to Devil May Cry 5. I don't know whether they will, but it's my honest hope that they do, because they are actually really, really good and they're really useful. So that's something I'd hope that they would do. But yeah, anyway. Just overall, I'd say the gameplay is really, really fun. The fighting mechanics are good. Good variety within the levels. Good variety of weapons. And it's all really, really, it's just fun to go through, I think. I don't think that it's terrible. Overall, the game is probably a kind of like okay game for me. I think that gameplay wise it's really, really fun. It's just that the story is just not there, and the characterization and the characters themselves are all just not that interesting. The only one they do a pretty decent job with is Cat, but the rest of the characters just you don't really care all that much. So yeah, overall I would say the game is worth picking up. It's 20 quid, I think. 20-25 quid on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. I would say if you're a fan of hack and slash games, God, these crates go on a long time. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you like the hack and slash style games like this Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, that kind of thing, I think that it's definitely worth picking up. They definitely have some good like the gameplay itself is fun. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you should definitely you should give it a go. I think if you like pretty much what you've seen gameplay wise, then you should definitely give it a try to see what you think. You might see something in the story and the characters which I admittedly didn't see. But I'm running out of things to say. What the fuck is wrong with you? Written, recorded, and produced by Andy Lepega, or whatever. And anyway, overall I would say the game's pretty good. If you like the style game, give it a chance. It's alright. And that's the end of the mission. I've had to re-record this so many fucking times. I really hope I don't have to do this again. I'm so sick of recording this last mission. This is like the third time. Oh, look at that. I did better this time. I got a double S rank in my final mission. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. DMC Devil May Cry is done. If I'm going to do another Devil May Cry game, it will probably be the first one. Let's have a look at the missions. So yeah, there are my rankings. I did pretty nicely, I think. So if you're interested, so I might do another Devil May Cry game down the line, but not for a while, I think. But anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching my playthrough of DMC Devil May Cry. The next game I'm going to be recording, or starting to record, is probably... It's either going to be Shovel Knight or... what's the game? Super Mario Galaxy. One of those two, I don't know which one. But anyway, I'll see you for the next playthrough, wherever that happens to be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for the next playthrough. See you later.